Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Welcome to you, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. I hope that you're doing great. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for telling your friends about 60 and Me. You know, we are such an amazing community. I was reading some responses to an article that we wrote a while ago about, things we want to improve on our website and also just the whole experience with 60 and Me. And you came back with such great ideas. You know, you really did think about it, and you took the time to write to us. And I truly respect that, because you are own. I mean, I know how much I have coming on my Facebook feed and on the internet, and just how much you have taken the time to care about us. And so anyway, it's very cool, and super happy that we're able to help each other, and even just these little morning chats. You know, just be able to feel like we're not alone, and it can be a lonely world sometimes, and a lot of an adjustments that we have to make to life in our 60s. But one thing I do every day, maybe it's something you do too, and it just helps me to get started, is have a cup of tea. And this is, I decided to go back to my celestial seasonings tea. This is actually peppermint. And I've already opened it, and I've had a few of these. I think there were three in this package. And I don't normally like peppermint, but this time I did. So I thought that that was worth a morning start. So peppermint tea it is today. So what are you drinking? Have you got a cup of tea or coffee or something else? Maybe you're drinking a glass of wine in the evening, or in the morning, whatever you like. This is the beautiful thing about this. Downside of aging is, there's a list, and the upside of aging, there's a very big list. So I hope that you get your head around the positives. But, Stephanie Raffelock, one of our bloggers, wrote a great article about the age adjustments that we have to make in our 60s, how to live a purposeful life in our 60s, and be able to adjust. Now, she said, she's so right. She says, we're just spinning along on life, and 40 years old, and we're having our children, or living our lives, building careers, doing whatever we want to do as a solo woman or with kids. And suddenly we're 60. I'm like, where did that go? What happened? Suddenly people start calling you dear at the grocery store, or they don't flirt with you anymore, or they look at you like, and or they're more judgmental with the stereotypes. Suddenly you're there, you're 60. Welcome to your 60s. You've got wrinkles, you've got body aches, you've got all kinds of things going on. But hey, you're alive, and you're here, and there's still lots of years left. So I think it's the secret of growing old in the way that you want. If it's not gracefully, it can be disgracefully. It can be magnificently, creatively, passionately, joyfully, or thoughtfully. Whatever you choose, that's your Lee that you can live with and be inspired. Here's a list of 6 things that Stephanie says you can do to actually adjust for a purposeful age. So the first thing is, don't lose your voice. There's been a lot of very loud voices recently about women's rights, fairness in the workplace, and I'm totally all for that, as we all are. Women should feel safe in their lives. They should feel relaxed and treated equally at work. And of course, there's a lot of very loud voices. And you look at the crowds, and the loud voices tend to be from younger women. And maybe it's because they're more sensitive to it now. Perhaps the problems have been amplified in their time, in their age group. But they're out there. But we shouldn't stop talking. We should not stop lowering. We should not lower our voice. We should raise our voice, and not in an aggressive, angry way, in my opinion, but in a way that is forceful and polite, but yet direct. I remember a woman. I think she was a Mary Kay agent. She did Mary Kay products. And I went to listen to her speak. She was an inspirational speaker as well. And she said when she is selling her product, she will suddenly start to talk very softly. And she'll say, it's most important that you don't consider beauty to be something that is what you put on your face, but in your heart. Something like that. And then people would just go, they would listen, listen, listen. They would come closer, closer as her voice got lower. So it's actually the soft voice sometimes that gets people's attention. So use your voice, speak your mind, and share your opinions. And most importantly, share your experience. When you say it's going to end in tears, that cliche, but you know things because you've lived it. Another thing that Stephanie mentions is to really recognize that health is beauty. Beauty really is not what we put on our faces or on our bodies. It is the way we feel. So when we say we've got wrinkles, we've got our skin is starting to look old. Yeah, it is because we're older. We are, it happens. But that's not what makes you beautiful. In Stephanie's opinion and in mine, what makes you beautiful is having healthy skin or healthy body. And those are the things that, people they judge you for anything more than that, then that's actually not important to you. Those people don't matter. But the people that look at you as want to become a friend or get close to you, look at something else. They look at their health, your well-being, your vitality. Those are the things that people really look at. And so I think it's important that we don't forget that. It's important to say that every breath we take, every stretch we do, every mile we walk, those are the things that are going to help us. Every product that we choose to put on our face that is healthy and vibrant, go for it. It's really important. Another thing that Stephanie talks about, which I actually mentioned in another video this week, is about crying and about letting your tears express your emotion. Make no excuses for tears. It's perfectly okay. And to be moved by the sight of love, to be overwhelmed by the sight of beauty. I went this weekend on a train journey to a town in Switzerland and went to a cathedral there. And I walked in and I honestly, my heart just, leapt. I mean, it was so beautiful. I mean, I did have a tear in my eye because it was just like overwhelmingly beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with that. Tears are great. They're an expression of how you feel. And I think that that's really super important. Tears of grief. We've lost friends in this age group now. As we get older, we lose more friends, people that we care about. And it's okay. Those are the tears that heal. Those are the tears that build respect, or show respect and love. And it kind of brings this release. Stephanie does a good job of explaining what she calls the sweetness, the sweetness of grief, just being able to cry and let it go. Another thing is to practice the presence of something bigger than you. Now, I know a lot of women in our community are Christian women or Jewish or Buddhist or have a faith, have some connection to a religion, and that's great. But there are many people that don't. And I think that the reminder here that Stephanie makes is to respect and awe the unknown. Just count your blessings and be grateful for what we have in this world. Whether you believe it's attached to a specific religion or faith, have that spiritual perspective that there's something more beautiful. There's something that has guided us through all these years, that has given us strength, given us direction and depth. So anyway, I think that's important. Whether you pray or meditate or walk or just enjoy nature, it doesn't matter. Those are the things that give your life a substance. Another thing she says, which I just love this one, which is dare to dream. Make stuff, paint, draw, have a hobby, write words, do a poem. Honestly, at this point in your life, you shouldn't be worrying about whether someone thinks it's a good poem or a good drawing or whatever. It's just what you've created. So make stuff. That's super, super important. And have dreams that keep you purposeful. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a dream of traveling to a place that you're likely never going to get to. But go ahead and go up to Google, check on their live or their Google Maps. You can see places and you can enjoy them. Videos, tons of videos of cool places. So don't give up on that. Have your dreams. And as Stephanie reminds us, when we give up our dreams, that's when we sever ourselves from life. And I think that's where we want to stay, as engaged. We want to stay purposeful right here every day. Every day is precious. Okay, so be proud. be proud that you've made it this far. For goodness sake, if you're in your 60s now, you are doing great. This is a tough world. Think of all the ways you've bumped along, mistakes you might have made, things that could have got in the way of that. You've kept your health at least to the age of 60 plus, and you're doing great. And I think that's really, really important, to be proud of every wrinkle. Know that it's okay, it's totally fine to have your body change with your age, is what it is. Wear your wrinkles well. They're a symbol of your march through life, as Stephanie says. And don't think old, young, wise, smart. Just be you. And I think be proud and be purposeful that you've achieved all of that. These years that you've reached are, they're a gratitude from the world for you. And you think about it. Think about the things that you have done to make the world a better place. Honestly, I cannot say enough how undervalued a lot of women in their 60s feel they are. I mean, maybe by some other standards, by getting a job or being rewarded this way or that way, but just think about all the things you've done, the people you've loved, affected, that you've guided, the people that you've supported, the people that have loved you, the people that have supported you. Just think about that dynamic and be grateful. Get emotional here myself, but anyway, I do hope that you're doing okay. These are adjustments that we have to make as we get older, and I think we need to do that gently with ourselves. So I'd love to know, what are the adjustments that you've made in your life, to make to make this a better time in your life as you've grown older. What adjustments have you made? Leave your comments in the section below. Let's have a chat. I'll try to join in too, but be honest and loving and caring with each other. Just talk freely, but be respectful, of course. And let's just have a nice chat about this topic and what adjustments you've made in your 60s. Have a super day, everybody. Go out and do something fabulous for yourself. Be brave, be proud, be happy, and I'll see you all back here again really, really soon. Bye-bye for now.